Scammers may try to cash in on Amazon's new distribution center in Sioux Falls. This morning, we'll tell you what to watch out for. And all aboard for the Greater Sioux Falls Model Train Show. What model train enthusiasts of all ages can expect to see at the Multicultural Center this weekend. Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have your boredom busters, but first, our top story. A South Dakota mother and daughter are both battling cancer at the same time. Dana Nielsen of Sioux Falls and her mother, Deanna Nielsen of Lennox, each received a colon cancer diagnosis in the span of about 2.5 weeks last year.
You don't want anyone you love to have to go through it, and it also was hard because we're each other's support, and so I know it was hard for her because she wanted to be a support to me, I wanted to be a support to her, and especially when I was doing chemo, we were both so sick that it was hard to go through it at the same time. But then in a way it was comforting at times. We were able to kind of have that support.
Doctors say people 50 years old should start get a colonoscopy to detect colon cancer at an early stage. Well, they battled COVID-19 at the same time and in the same hospital room. Now the former Sanford Health patients have renewed their friendship months after their illness. Arnie Erke of Round Lake, Minnesota, and John Lown had a reunion at Lown's Sioux Falls home on Thursday. They were hospital roommates for 7 days back in November, forming a friendship based on their mutual love for football and watching games on TV. But small talk between the two was restricted by a communications barrier of sorts.
Throw the curtain between us.
I don't know that it didn't really dawn on us to open it up. Really. I guess we're just too dumb to do that. But
we did talk.
Yeah.
The two roommates say they enjoyed each other's company since visitors were not allowed into the hospital at the time. The arrival of the Amazon distribution center in Sioux Falls will likely lead to an increase in scams targeting people in KELOLAND. According to the Better Business Bureau in Sioux Falls, Amazon has become the second most impersonated brand by scammers. Experts say we can expect to see more phone and online scams involving shopping and jobs.
Amazon is opening distribution centers across the country. That's easy to find out. They can certainly prey upon individuals that way. And so I'm not surprised at all that we will start to see some Amazon phone calls drop into that 605.
Amazon job scams often use social media and emails to attract victims. Be aware that there's only one place to apply for a job online at Amazon, and that's amazon.jobs. Let's get our first look at the forecast now with the meteorologist Adam Root in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. We're off to a bit of a soggy start to the day in a couple of areas, especially in eastern and southeastern portions of KELOLAND. 41 as we take a look downtown with the Washington Pavilion front and center. We've been dealing with on and off rain showers over the course of the morning, but further to the south, we had some heavier rain as a heavier batch of that moisture moved through portions of Clay, Lincoln, and Union counties. That's now headed toward the Worthington area as this moves in association with a cold front. But you notice up toward Watertown, temperatures have been able to drop to right around freezing, so we are seeing some snow and sleet mix into the equation. Be careful as you go about the start of your day there. Temperatures, again, holding mainly in the 30s and 40s, but we did see that drop from 35 earlier this morning to 33 in Watertown, and it started to show with that mix trying to make itself known up that way. 39 in Brookings, 36 Huron, 35 Aberdeen, Pierre at 39 with 33 in Phillip and Rapid City. Winds have been generally light today, 5 to 10 miles per hour across much of the area, but we have seen a few exceptions like Rapid City and Buffalo at 16 and 30 miles per hour, respectively. We do have a few more showers to keep an eye on, mainly of the rain variety, as we go through the rest of your day, but this may be the best opportunity we have at moisture for a little while. We'll talk about the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, the Greater Sioux Falls Model Train Show is taking place this weekend at the Multicultural Center. Organizers say people who attend the show can expect 7 different train layouts, along with vendors from across the region selling and swapping model train supplies.
We're anxious to get back into the hobby, getting out, running trains, just opportunity to see people again, especially the children. The kids like to see trains running.
And you can hop on board the Greater Sioux Falls Model Train Show from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sundays hours are 10 to 4. Admission is $5 for adults, free for children 12 and under. Masks are required. The Dakota Academy of Performing Arts presents the classic children's story, The Little Prince. The performances are at 2 and 7 p.m. at the Belbas Theater of the Washington Pavilion. Your ticket to the performance gets you a free admission to the Storyland, a trip through childhood favorites exhibit in the Kirby Science Discovery Center. The Passion and the Cross is a one-act, 2-hour musical about the Easter story. The performance is at 7 p.m. at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Sioux Falls. Tickets are $15. The Face Behind the Mask, Disguising the Inner Soul, is a new exhibit at the Heidi Dalrymple Gallery on the campus of Augustana University. Today's hours are from 1 to 4. Admission is free. The exhibit runs through April 16th. Canaranzi Creek in Ellsworth, Minnesota is hosting a spring event that includes a sale of repurposed home decor, painted furniture, industrial, rustic, and many one-of-a-kind treasures. The hours are from 10 to 5. Levitt in Your Living Room presents the Lemon Bucket Orchestra. The free concert begins at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. The Stampede hockey team takes on the Fargo Force at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. The puck drops at 7:05. Adam?
We're going to continue to watch as rain moves through the area over the course of the morning with a cold front that will also migrate to the east. Now, as I said before, we have seen a little bit of a switch to some mixtures of rain, sleet, and snow in the Watertown area, with temperatures hovering just around or above freezing. We will be able to warm back up into the 40s and even into the 50s later on today. Beyond that, it's a mainly rain chance as we head later into the afternoon, with a little more moisture on the back edge of this front migrating down to the south and east. So while the day is far from a wash, you will want to keep that in mind as you go about the rest of your day. We're also going to keep an eye on windy weather, especially in the Black Hills, with a high wind watch in place from Sunday into Monday morning. And it's going to get rather windy with a cold front on the way as we head into the start of next week. Now, what we're seeing now in terms of rainfall and what we'll likely see later in the day is also likely going to be our best chance for moisture over the next 7 or so days. That's even with that cold front I mentioned before making its way into the area going Monday into Tuesday. It's going to be a moisture-starved boundary beyond the chance for some renegade showers of the rain variety overnight into Tuesday morning. From there, that's going to be just about it as high pressure takes over, and there isn't going to be much else of anything going on, at least on the rain gauge. So in general, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of moisture not out of the question. West River toward Custer up into Buffalo, but the better chance for rain is going to be the further east you go of the Missouri River Valley, where we could see 1 to 3/10 of an inch of rainfall. Now, we really could use a little bit more rain, especially in northern and northwestern parts of South Dakota, but we just don't have that in the cards. Highs today, generally in the 50s with a few upper 40s in the northeastern corner of the viewing area. Lows tonight falling into the 20s to low 30s, especially where we can get that clearing to occur earlier compared to later. So unfortunately, the further south you go, the more likely you are to stay in the upper 20s to low 30s. Again, mid-20s, more likely the further north and west you go. For the day on Sunday, how about this for a nice warm-up? West of I-29, we're talking about highs of the 60s and low 70s. But if you're along and east of I-29, you may be stuck in the mid to upper 50s. But everybody gets in on the 70s by Monday, even near 80 in a couple of areas as we take a look at the 7-day forecast. But then we kind of fall off the cliff Monday into Tuesday as highs go from the 70s and near 80 to the mid to low 40s with a few rain showers Tuesday morning. We do, however, warm up just in time for the end of the week and into Easter weekend as well. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.